Hello. How is everyone? I apologize for my appearance today, and if I seem a little bit tired, I'm a little bit ill. I've been ill for the past 2 days. It's nothing super bad. I just have like a sore throat, which is way worse in the morning than it is in the evening. So fortunately, my voice is fine, but it hurts like a bitch. And I am guessing it's probably a cold or something, and I'm just getting that one symptom. So at least it's not everything. But I couldn't be arsed to put some decent makeup on. So this is my face for this stream. We'll do 2 hours as usual. I tend to finish at 10 p.m. my time. I think I probably didn't put the right times on the title because I put 3 p.m. ET, 8 p.m. GMT, but I forget that the Americans have already changed their time for the daytime savings, and we haven't yet because we do this at the end of the month. So I don't know what time it is in the US. I'm sorry. But how are you guys? What are you guys working on? Let me know. Let me know. I think I will be outlining. So I'm gonna try. I feel like if my brain is up for it, I'm gonna try and do a bit of research and outline for my sci-fi novel, which I talked about, Project Alien, in my last video that I posted today. Did I post it today? No, yesterday. I posted it yesterday. And I might do a bit of filming while I do this, so I might not always be on camera while I do it. I don't know yet. I think I might need like at least a little intro, and then a lot of it I'm probably gonna do on screen recording, so OBS for it, so I don't actually need to be on camera at the same time. Anyway, I'm pointing to where my camera is in case you are wondering what's in that corner. But let's see what you guys are doing. So hi Keiko, how's it going? Hello Steeg, how are you? Keiko says, just came off watching. I'm sorry, acronyms and me are terrible. Something WOT, and I think I'm gonna switch that writing project to a high fantasy one. Nice, high fantasy sounds really fun. I would love to write high fantasy, and one of my 2 ideas that I could be outlining is high fantasy, but sort of depends how I feel, and I feel recently a little bit more into sci-fi. Sorry, again, I'll apologize a few times, but my brain feels a tiny bit sluggish, so if I take a minute to find my words, that's why. Hi, Marta, how are you? Becca, hello, how's it going? I always forget your interest is such a club banger. Yeah, I kind of wasn't really feeling that mood when I put it on because of how I'm feeling right now. So I was like, oh, I need like a calmer one for calmer days, and then like I can switch between them. That'd be good. Streaming while ill, what a commitment. Yes, although because I'm ill, I'm not really going anywhere. I don't really have any plans this weekend, and I feel like streaming is a good way to sort of chat with friends in the comments and like not have zero social life. So I didn't want to cancel it sort of for that reason as well, because I was like, I'm not really going to do anything, and like it would be nice to talk to people. We should do sacrifice. Love that. Steve says, I finished my scar. Yay. And already have written my daily plan. Nice. So I think I shall read. That's a good idea. You know, I might switch between, I mean, I'll have a look, but either outlining or reading, because I have like less than 100 pages left of this book I've been reading for the past almost month at this fucking point. I've been reading this for so long. Not because it's bad, but because work has been stressful again in the last couple of weeks. This week's been fine, but the last weeks before that. And when work is stressful in the evening, I just want to like watch something or scroll down TikTok. I don't really feel like reading as much. And when work is not stressful, then I have more time for reading. So I've been taking my time with this. Yay, Project Alien. Keiko says, I have an hour before I have to go to sleep, early shift, so I'll do world building and character developmental notes from that inspo I got. Nice, that's a great idea. I do love a bit of world building. That's always fun. Becca is editing a screenplay. Nice. Good luck with that. Oh, it's Wheel of Time. Okay, yeah, sorry. I'm sorry, but like if it's not a really long name that everyone calls by the acronym, like LOTR for Lord of the Rings, I feel like everyone knows that's what that is. But I feel like I've not heard as many people talk in general about Wheel of Time, so WOT hasn't really made it into general lingo, if that makes sense. I haven't heard other people use the acronym for it. So it's harder for me to remember what things are because of the also I'm tired. There. It's not my fault. Yes, thank you. I will still apologize because I've been living Keiko in the UK for 12 fucking years now, so I'm going to apologize all the time for no good reason. That's just I've been naturalized, unfortunately. I deeply regret it. Marta said when work is stressful, I just want to go to bed at 7 p.m. See, I get the other way around, Marta, because I have someone coined it on TikTok one of these days. Like everyone loves to create new fucking diseases all the time on there, but like there's like a term for when you want to like have revenge almost by using your time for yourself. So when you're really busy and stressed during the day, you're sort of like, I don't want to go to bed because this is now my time for me. And if I go to bed, it's finished. And in the morning, work starts again. And so you want to make it last as long as possible. And I have that issue. So when I'm stressed or there are too many hours of work to do or whatever, I tend to go to bed later, which is terrible because then I'm more stressed because my brain can't handle the stress as much because it's tired. But I essentially go into that mode of like defense system, like, no, my time is my time. Yes, revenge, bedtime, procrastination. I feel like everyone is trying to make things into something medical when they aren't. And it's just, but I do like the term. I like naming things. So yeah. Hi Sam, how are you? How's it going? A little heart from Keiko, thank you very much. And yes, yeah, guilty as well. I skipped smartest comment, sorry. Honestly, any acronym starting with W is always going to get translated to world of. Yes, I think that's also a problem of mine. Being a millennial, I feel like that was the big thing back in the day. So, and to be fair, my husband plays it now, and apparently there's a lot of like old fans who play it now, and it's so funny. He's like, yeah, it's hilarious because it's all these like 30 to 40-year-old guys, and they'll be like, oh, I gotta go on a break, I gotta go pick up the kids or something from school. Great game, see you later. And it's such a different vibe than what it was back in the day. But anyway, I'll get confused why the last letters don't match. I get the same. Yeah. My boyfriend does the staying up late when work is stressy. It's annoying because then I want to go to bed and he doesn't. Yeah, but we do the same. Like I don't go to sleep at the same time as my husband, like ever. He's more someone who goes to bed early and I go to bed later. Or I'll be in bed and scroll down TikTok while he falls asleep. But we don't go to sleep at the same time. And he gets up really early and I get up late. And that's not like a big problem because then it's more like we each have our own time because we live together, obviously. So the rest of the time is us together almost always. We both mostly work from home. So it's sort of like the evenings are mine and the mornings are his, if that makes sense, to be like alone in the house in a way. And I don't mind that because then sometimes you get a little bit of you time. So, but I can understand as well. Anyway, I think Game of Thrones understands, yeah, everyone because it has dominated TV for a decade. Yeah, 10 years and like it went into I want to say like the popularization of it was so that everyone was watching it, even people who were not fans of the genre. Like I remember being in the office space when we still had to go to an office, and people would just talk about the latest episode. Or like you'd go to like the coffee machine room, and people would start talking about Game of Thrones, and then a new person would come in and be like, and you'd be like, "Have you seen the last episode?" And they'd be like, "No, not yet." Or like, "Okay, no spoilers," and then you'd stop talking. Like it was like that. It was to that point of everyone is watching it, so everyone gets it. I don't think Wheel of Time has the same level of many people watching. You know what I mean? Whatever. Bedtime procrastination is an actual psychological phenomenon, though. Yeah, but everything is, and I've really enjoyed reading. Is it Ron Johnson or John Ronson? I think it's John Ronson. I always forget. It's just the journalist who wrote several books on several topics, mostly to do with psychology. And one of them was The Man Who Stared at Goats, which became a movie. But anyway, I don't think it's that one. There's like one of his books where he talks about the origins of the big book that everyone uses in psychology. I forgot the name. That like recenses all of the psychological disorders, and how he talks about how much of it was like it was a very thin book, and then suddenly people realized how much money they were making from pills, and suddenly it became a really big book. And I kind of believe him. So everything is a fucking psychological phenomenon. So I kind of get that, but yeah. It's mostly a problem when he wakes me up on the way to bed. Fair enough. Yeah, for some reason, guys can't pay attention to that. The last cultural phenomena until D&D drove it against the wall. Yes. All right. I think that's all the comments. So I'm going to get into a sprint. Oh, one more, and then we're going to get into a sprint. An amazing alarm clock this week. Oh, so cute. I was on my ethic running a marathon. Started writing at 6 a.m. Oh my God, that's so early. Again, I'm not an early riser. I'm a late night owl. So 6 a.m. is middle of the night for me. Let me share my focus and get us into a sprint. We're going to do 2 chunkies. God, I had a brain fart there. I was like, how do I share my screen? Chrome tab. Where's focus? Over here. Wow. You realize how much everything is slower when you're tired. No, I don't want to pay for premium. Leave me alone. Into a focus, and it's already on 45 minutes, and I'm feeling the Dark Academia vibes are fine, right? Or do we want something else? Like, is there anything else? Ooh, Countryside Morning. I do like that one. That's also very cute. Yeah. If we're happy with that, let's go. try the thing with the layout. I don't know if I like it. Can I move this? I never know how to do any of this. Edit layout. Can I make this smaller and me smaller? Oh, I don't like any of this. I don't know whether you guys see live when I'm changing it. Sure. Save as a custom. Oh, that didn't work. Okay. I tried. Anyway, it'll just be overlapping my face a tiny bit. How did you guys do with this long 45 minutes sprint? Was it chunky enough? Did you guys manage to do much? I got to film the introduction I wanted to for this new video. So I'm trying to film episode 2 of what will be Write a Book with Me with this sci-fi project Alien, so that I can be more transparent on this project than on others. And I'm trying to do the outline a little bit. So I filmed the intro and I filmed myself like sort of talking through what I ended up with in the previous episode and starting a little bit of the outline. And then I have filled in a few more squares, to be fair. So I filled in the catalysts / inciting incident, started filling in the break into 2, but I'm not finished with it. I've got some ideas for the fun and game scenes and the B story, but they're a little bit more vague, they're more bullet points-ish, but they're still filled in a bit. And I've got some unfiltered thoughts, new bullet points, including what I think might end up being a part of the final image and resolution. So I've got some ideas for that. So I feel good. It's not everything, but it's a start. And I think I'm going to be working on that a little bit more over the weekend because I don't really have any plans since I'm ill. I had plans. I was going to have a girls' night sleepover. A friend was going to come over tomorrow, but I did tell her I'm ill. You can decide to come if you don't want to. But she's seeing her mom the day after, and her mom just had surgery, so it wasn't a good idea. So we've postponed it. So I don't have any plans. So I feel like it's going to be a writing weekend if I'm up for it. Maybe I'll do more streams, or maybe I'll just look for everyone else's stream so that I can just be in the chat and not on camera. Let me see what I missed. There were some comments when we started the sprint and I didn't look at everything. Oh yes, some mentioned that I don't get the worms because I'm not the early bird. And some love for this landscape. Keiko said, I have to tell something. Today was National Alarm Siren Day. Didn't know that was a thing. That sounds so German. So all the phones did their broadcasting warning, and in the locker room, five phones were ringing awfully for 30 minutes because you have to click the button with OK that you received the warning. And a bunch of customers were running around confused, even though it was all over the news. Oh, God, that's so annoying. And Sam is wide awake working on sci-fi. Exciting. I do love a good sci-fi. This is also currently what I'm working on. I'm working on a sci-fi that is going to be space horror with a side of romance, aka mash up the Alien franchise movies with The Mummy. And that's what I want to do. So something like that. What are you working on a little bit more specifically? If you want to share, you don't have to. But I love to hear other people talking about sci-fi because I feel like I don't know enough people who work on sci-fi projects. It's always fantasy. And don't get me wrong, I love fantasy, but I also love sci-fi. I'm going to skip all the comments about the alarm. Sorry, Keiko. Hi, Laura. How are you doing? Hello. Did some world building. Nice. Listen to Wheel of Time Season 3 soundtrack. Nice. Some tracks are way too sci-fi sounding. Maybe I need to get into that then. At least some parts of them, and I don't want to have to wait until next week. Okay, maybe I should listen to this if they've got more sci-fi sounding music. Sorry I scared you, Stieg. I'm watching Bones and organizing my Hobbit book collection, pruning the paperback editions. What do you mean pruning? You're not getting rid of anything, are you? I am interested in if you end up reorganizing your shelves, Take a picture. Please send us a picture. Marcia says, in a very surprising turn of events, I actually wrote a whole 800 words. Nice. I'm so excited for you, Marta. That's great. That's really good. And plus, I know it's late for you because I know you go to bed early compared to me. So this is really good. Susan, hello. Sadly, working on day job stuff. Yeah, fair enough. Yay, some love for Marta. Becca said, got some editing done. Very nice. Very good job. I have reorganized my shelf of lol. Yes, says T. Yeah, but are you getting rid of things? Because it's not the same as organizing, there's a difference. Just have too many editions of The Hobbit for my tiny apartment. What do you mean? You're collecting them. You don't have too many. I thought it was on purpose you had too many, because that's the point of a collection. Unless you're saying you have two of the exact same looking book. If it's like the same cover in two different languages, I kind of get it. But I thought that was the point. So I'm just saying. Marta says, it is late. I will be heading to bed when you start the next sprint. Yeah. Fair enough. Keiko says I should reorganize and clean my shelves too, but no time, too much to do. I've got a friend who started reorganizing her shelves today, and she was messaging me about it, and she was like trying to decide, because she's got so much fantasy, and she was like, okay, so like here I've got like the more epic fantasy, but should I have all the books with dragons in one section? Should I have all the cozy fantasy in one section? But then is Tress of the Emerald Sea cozy? She was like, not really, but it's got romance. So I kind of consider it more in the cozy vibes. So she was like, maybe I should just have things by vibe. And I get it, but I just need my books to be organized by last name of the author, alphabetical order, and that's what I've got, and that's all I can do. I can't do anything else than that. I wouldn't know how to handle vibes-based organization. I just don't think it works for me. I decluttered 15 books. Oh my god, I am shocked. But I want to curate my collection and not collect willy-nilly. I love a willy-nilly collection. What do you mean? But fair enough. I'm sorry, Steve, is that decluttered 15 Hobbit editions or decluttered 15 books in general? Good question, actually. Yes, please call in. Please let us know. Because, yeah, that is a lot you would be getting rid of. Out of how many? I am curious. My organization only makes sense for me because I have the heaviest hardcovers on the button. What? Wait, I don't understand the sentence. Because the boards are a bit hung through. On the bottom. You mean bottom? Okay, gotcha. I was like, what is the button? I got it. I finally got it. Okay, sorry, my brain is tired. Says the person whose books are wrapped and organized by vibe and season. Well, okay, but that's my TBR. That's not the same. I'm talking about my red books. They're in two separate shelves, to be fair. So all of these are my red books, and they're by alphabetical order. But the point is that if I know the order they're in, then I'm not going to read them from my TBR. So I needed them to be in randomized order in a way. So yeah, it's different. The middle boards. Okay, gotcha. How many Hobbit editions are there? Well, Stieg collects all the different languages as well, not just like different editions, but just different languages. Hi, Lisa. How are you? We're soon going to jump into our second sprint, which will also be 45 minutes. 15 books in general. Okay, that I feel reassured. A lot of contemporary books that I want to read, but will never have read. Fair enough. I am the same with contemporary books. Bottom, yes. You're also tired. We're both tired. There's a lot of tiredness going around. 25 copies of The Hobbit. Yeah, but I don't have physical space for them. But just make physical space for them. They deserve it. 25? No, I know, I'm only teasing. Okay, fair enough. Some shock for the 25 books. And Lisa says, I'm sleepy and lonely. Oh no, and hungry, so I'm here. Well, join us. We're doing 2 chunkies. This is going to be the second chunky. But I am ill, so I'm not really going to make it past that much. I feel like 2 big sprints for me is enough. And then I will probably go to bed and scroll down TikTok. Or watch some more Grey's Anatomy. I have to hop off before because early shift. Thank you for coming, Keiko. See you next time. I think I'm streaming again next Thursday. If you're interested, have fun. Thank you, thank you. But I don't want to make physical space, but I want to create a collection with certain guidelines. I just need to figure out the guidelines. Well, write them down. All right, we're jumping in. Good luck. So good night, Marta, because I know you we're gonna go at the beginning of the sprint. So bye, everyone. I mean, I'm still here. Don't leave. Let's jump in. And we are done with our second and last sprint. How did you guys do? I'm gonna just stop this because we don't need it anymore. Pause, stop sharing. There we go. And there I am. Cool. How did that go for you guys? Were you productive? Did you manage to do whatever you wanted to do? Like I said, I was only going to do 2 tonight because I am a little bit tired and brain fogged. So, fogged, not fucked. Um, so, I needed to do 2 and then finish at 10 p.m. my time. Otherwise, it's a little bit much for my brain at the moment. I managed to get some more things into my outline. I've gotten in quite a few more ideas of scenes for Act 2A, including sort of one of the bigger scenes that I've had in mind for a while. That's definitely part of the fun and games. But also that sort of matches the first pinch point where someone sabotaged my main character's pod, and the solution is going to have to put her in very close proximity with resident bad guy, as in cutie, Axel. So I've got some ideas around that I've written down into my outline. I've also got more ideas around the catalyst and the break into 2. And I've quickly written down some ideas about some things in the final scenes because I've got a potential idea for the Hightower surprise and one for the executing the new plan that are sort of linked. Based on that, I was like, okay, I need to find some ideas for like names and things like that for some of the other characters. I started filling in more of my character sheets, including I have so many more details about one of my main characters, Saturn. I can't say this right. Saturn. There we go. Because they have. I feel like I've got like suddenly more ideas for their goal that they had in the previous mission and what they wanted out of it, and sort of what happened next and why they want to go back. So I sort of need each character to have a good reason why they would want to go back, apart from just wanting to save the old crew that they think is still alive. So anyway, not to go too much into details because that's for the video and I need to film myself talking about this at some point anyway, which I'm not going to do tonight because I'm tired, but I will do so tomorrow, I think. So let me see the comments. We said goodbye to Marta and to Keiko. And we've got a Wendy that arrived. Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing? Sorry that this was just a 2 sprinters because I couldn't do much more than that tonight. Lisa ate dinner, read for like 23 minutes. Nice, good job. Becca did more editing and then switched to better reading. Very nice. Everyone's being very productive. Steek says, all right, I watched some more Bones and ended up hurting 4 copies of The Hobbit. You know, you're making me want to rewatch Bones by saying that. I'm like, oh, I should rewatch Bones. I love Bones. 3 paperbacks and 1 broken pop-up book that I bought secondhand. Oh, that's sad. I feel like a pop-up book sounds fun. You should keep it. I'm terrible. You should not listen to me. I just don't want you to purge any of them. Susan said more lame work stuff. Oh, I'm sorry. And a snack. That sounds good though. Snack always sounds good. I see you were live, but I was out shopping for groceries. That is fair. Yeah, sorry. I was doing a 2-hour stream, and also I think, like I said, it's a different time right now in the US because you guys had your daytime savings, but we have not yet. Ours is at the end of the month. So probably time zone wise, it might create some issues with people who maybe would normally watch, but then can't. I don't know. But like I said, I'm also quite ill. So I don't think that I can do longer than 10 p.m. my time. I feel like it's late enough for me. The pop-up book is broken, so it's for all intent and purposes trash. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Would you be able to find a new one? And would you buy it? Or are you like, no, I don't actually want this in my curated collection now? Yeah, it's just a sore throat. That's it. That's like my only symptom. So I don't really know. I'm assuming I just have a cold and I'm just not getting the other symptoms for it. I don't know. It's mostly in the morning that is pretty bad. But I do feel a bit more tired than usual, and a little bit more brain fog than usual. So yeah. I'm in season 4 now. Yay, started a week or two ago. Oh, yeah. I actually have no idea what happens in each season because I don't rewatch it as much as I do like Grey's Anatomy, which I feel like could tell you a little bit more. This happened there, this happened there. I know what happens in general, but I don't know what happens per season, if that makes sense. Like if you would have to remind me, like, this is the season where these characters are there, or that happens. Like, is it the season where all the interns are rotating, or not yet? You know, like that kind of stuff. But I haven't watched it in a long time, and I do really enjoy it as a show. And I've got like a book idea one time from one of the episodes. So I'm always in my head, like, if I want to develop that book idea into a little bit further, like more developed stuff, then I would need to rewatch it just for that. Oh my god, I'm so tired. I feel myself struggling to formulate thoughts that are coherent and make perfect sense. I feel like I'm struggling with language more tonight. Like that's the main thing I'm noticing is my English sucks. Um, I demand everyone stop getting sick. I would demand that too because I had great plans for tomorrow. I was meant to have a friend over for a sleepover. We're gonna have girls' night, wear face masks, drink margaritas, and watch Heathers and potentially another movie. But that was the main one we were gonna watch because she's never watched Heathers, and we went to see Clueless the musical together, and I was like, oh my god, you've never watched Heathers, we should do a movie night. And yeah, it was going to be so much fun. It's been postponed to May because she's not free another Friday until May. So fun times. But yeah, I can't give my illness to other people. That would suck. I also love Bones so much. This is the first time I rewatched it since it aired. Oh my god. Are you do you remember a lot, or does it feel all fresh and new? Because that sounds like so much fun to be able to rewatch it with having forgotten a lot. I feel like I rewatch the first seasons more often than like I've never rewatched up until the very end, I feel like. And I do this with every show. I always like start over again. So like the end seasons of Gilmore Girls, I'd barely remember. The last seasons of Grey's Anatomy I've never gotten to. I think the max I got to was season 12 maybe, and there's so many more now. So I've missed quite a few. And the last seasons of Bones I also don't remember compared to the first ones because I've rewatched the first ones a lot more. Anyway, I think it's the season where they started getting interns. Okay, yeah, I do like that season, to be fair. It's funny though, sometimes I see someone in the start of an episode and I'm like, all right, she did it. But I can't remember how. Why. Yeah, same. I love that though. This is the season with those rotating interns. I can't believe I actually remembered that was the season. Last one was with the cannibal. Yeah. Season 2 was with the serial killer who fancied Bones in her father's trials. Yeah. Okay. Love Heathers. Yeah, it's such a good movie. It's the original. It's Mean Girls with murder. Which is like, take it further, guys. Why haven't we got another Mean Girls with murder again? I hit season 10 and stopped after. That is fair. I kind of skimmed through the last few seasons of Bones, to be honest. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people do that with shows that have lasted a long time. They tend to be less good usually in the last season. That often happens. Haven't seen the last seasons. Yes, Mean Girls with murder. All right, it is 10 p.m. my time. We've been on for 2 hours. I feel like I was quite productive considering how my brain is feeling. I'm going to stop here and I'm going to go watch more Grey's Anatomy. I'm in season 8. They haven't had the plane crash yet, but they're going to get it at the end of that season. So that's where I'm at, if that gives anyone an idea of where I'm at in Grey's Anatomy rewatch. And yes, on that note, I hope you guys enjoyed, being in the comments. I'm struggling so fucking much. Like, what were you guys doing here? Being productive with me while I was streaming. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for coming. Rough era. Yeah. As always, thank you. That plane crash was pivotal. So many season finales in Grey's Anatomy were really pivotal, and I fucking love it. I do really enjoy the drama. All right. Thank you guys for coming. I'm going to do my cold ending as usual because I still do not have an outro. So we're going to wave until I'm gone. End stream and goodbye.